Alright, budget magic time. Playing some ultra budget, mono blue reservoir, and standard. And I think we keep this. I mean, Paradoxical Outcome is the best card in our entire deck. So having 2 copies makes me happy. We have 3 artifacts. Prism draws us towards the mana we need for Paradoxical Outcome. This hand would go insane if we found an Inspiring Statuary, but overall I think this hand looks pretty solid. So Island, go. There's not really any reason if you're playing this deck to run out stuff like Bonesaw for no reason, especially Ornithopter. The only card that even interacts with it is Lay Bare the Heart, and that's not a very realistic concern. Or no one's gonna cast a Lay Bare the Heart, look at this hand, and choose to take Bonesaw over Paradoxical Outcome. Alright, well, third outcome's still okay. It is good if the game goes long. It does give us redundancy for discard, but we do need one more land. If we get one more land, this hand's going to be awesome. Our opponent might be playing a Revolt deck? Abzan Revolt, Green-Black Revolt, something along those lines. I would guess it's Abzan. Opponent cracks. We'll see. This is probably a Plains. Yep, alright. So it looks like some sort of Abzan Revolt deck. Is it Nam Nam? It's the Nam Nam Renegade. Land. Land off the top. Alright, that's land. That's good. That's really good. So next turn we can 0-drop, 0-drop, Paradoxical, pick up everything, draw 3. And we can do it after blocking to prevent the Nam Nam Dam. Bonus X Renegade map. Gets a forest. Yep. Plays a forest. Well, here's a Green Wheel Liberator. It is pretty big. So our opponent's putting up a fast clock. Unfortunately, we got... No, not a Nam Nam 2. Alright, Unbridled Growth. That's fine. So our opponent has a fast clock, but we're going to get to start outcoming. Another 0-drop here would probably be our best draw. Or Inspiring Statuary. That's another 0-drop. Well, play Ornithopter. Play Bonesaw. Play Bonesaw. Pass the turn. Now we just block, pick up everything, draw 4. Yeah, this hand is looking awesome with triple Paradoxical Outcome. And that hopefully finds us more 0-drops, which lets us, once again, draw even more cards next turn. This deck is sweet. The format does not seem very prepared for this combo. Alright, opponent's acts Unbridled Growth. Draws a card. Triggers Revolt, if that's a thing that matters. Rallier. Yup. Gonna get back Unbridled Growth. The value. Wow, that's pretty sweet. It does not match up to Paradoxical Outcome on this board. Yup. Opponent goes to combat. Attacks. Attacks. So we'll just block Liberator. And then Outcome. Pick up all of our stuff. Oh, jeez. We drew so many 0-mana things. We didn't draw Inspiring Statuary, though. So play, 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 play. I mean, I guess we just pass and do it again. Pass the turn. We didn't draw land, either. I mean, I think just doing that again is the smartest thing. Opponent. Winding Constrictor. Okay. Evolving Wilds. Cracks it. So now we just block, bounce, take 2, and we're going to find a Reservoir or a Statuary pretty soon. And a Renegade map, yep. Opponent is getting a big board. We could also find Engulf the Shore to undo a lot of our opponent's work. Opponent attacks, attacks, attacks. Well, instant replay. Block, block. Man, Paradoxical Outcome spirals out of control so quickly. Paradoxical Outcome, bounce, 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 bounce. Draw a ton. Ooh, and a Baral's Expertise. And an Inspiring Statuary. Alright, that's what we were looking for. So we have 1,000,000 cards, which means we got to start playing stuff. Play, 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 play. Play the Island. We're down to 11 cards. Play Inspiring Statuary. Play Glintnest Crane. Get an Implement. Put lands to the bottom. And then we'll just pass. Discard second statuary. Oh, we gotta discard 2? Alright, we'll discard Renegade Map. Pass the turn. Well, we can do it one more time. We could have brawled expertise there, but I don't think it's fully necessary. I think we're just, like, in awesome shape. Opponent plays the Nam Nam, part 2. Plays land. Man, this deck is so sweet and so cheap. It's always been so close to being good. It just didn't line up that well with the format. But now that's changing. Opponent goes attacking. Sure. Block, block, and block. And we're just going to do the same thing. This time for 1 mana. Paradoxical outcome. Bounce, 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 bounce. Okay. Improvise. Oh, man. 1 mana, draw 6. Pick up our board. And this, I mean, it's so hard to imagine losing from here. Okay. Opponent exiles all their creatures. I don't know if that does anything for them. Alright. Everything comes back in. I guess it gets them some triggers. Jeez, we did not find much of anything. We still haven't found a finisher. Okay. Renegade Map. Alright, well, play Ornithopter. Play Ornithopter. Cast Reverse Engineer. See if we can... Are we okay with tapping our creatures? We could die. Let's play the Bone Saws. And then we can tap our non-creature artifacts. Draw 3. There's Engulf the Shore. Alright, that's fine. And a Reservoir. But we can't Reservoir yet. Well, can we? We're at 12. Can we win this turn? We play this. Oh yeah, I think we easily win. So play Bonesaw. We've cast so many spells already. Brawl's Expertise. Bounce, bounce, and bounce. Bounce, bounce, and bounce. Pick up our stuff. Put Reservoir into play. And we've already cast so many spells, we should gain... Yeah, we're gaining a ton of life. Gain some life, gain some life, gain some life. And then Engulf the Shore. Gain some life. Up to 54. And kill our opponent. And that does it! Whoo! Combo! It's a combo! A super cheap combo. Well, I think we just bring in 2 more Engulf the Shores. And what do we go down? I guess like 1 Renegade Map, 1 Glitness Crane. Try it like that. Alright. 1 land. You know what? We're going to be risky and try this. We have enough cards we really like that we only really need 1 land more. And we're on the draw. Paradoxical Outcome was not on our draw list. The thing is, if we get to Reverse Engineer, if we get 1 more land, we Prophetic Prism, which hopefully gets us to Reverse Engineering, which should take care of all of our problems. Because off of Reverse Engineer, off of Prophetic Prism, we just have to draw any cheap artifact or a land. But we do need to draw a land to get this whole process started, which would be nice right now. Glintness Crane. Alright, well... Let's discard Brawl's Expertise. This was not what we were hoping for. Thankfully, our opponent hasn't been able to trigger Revolt or really do anything yet, which is making our life a little bit easier. Alright, Collective Brutality, Duress Mode. Opponent should take Reverse Engineer. Does take Reverse Engineer. That really slows us down. Well, there's a land, so we get to Prophetic Prism. Draw Reservoir. Now we're trying to get to Paradoxical Outcome. Alright, opponent found something to trigger Revolt. Cracks it. And Nam Nam. Double Nams. Alright. Land? Alright, we do draw land. Well, let's Glintness Crane. See what we hit. Bonesaw. Play a land. Pass the turn. Well, now we're 1 land away from doing what we did last game and very likely winning. Gideon of the Trials. Uh-oh. Oh, I mean, I guess that's fine. Because we can kill Gideon with Aetherflux Reservoir. It does mean we got to gain twice as much life. Come on, land off the top. Land is so awesomely good. Opponent gets in. We take it. Land, 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 land. Reservoir. Alright, that's not what we wanted. Pass the turn. We do have a bit of time. But if this Gideon starts attacking, we're not going to have that much time. Emblems Gideon. Well, that's better than our opponent attacking with Gideon. We have between 1 and 2 turns to draw land, and we should be able to win. We have lots of redundancy. 3 paradoxical outcomes, 2 reservoirs, and 2 bone saws. Opponent has Rishkar. Alright, makes the dorks a bit scarier. Yep. Opponent gets in for 5. Yeah, our time is running low. Come on, deck. Give us a land. Well, play Bone Saw. Pass the turn. Not a land. Yeah, we're very up against it now. We could just be dead. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we got a chump. Oh, this draw. Renegade map. Yep. Well, that's the risk with keeping a one-lander, is things can definitely go wrong. So much power in this hand. Unfortunately, we drew all of our reservoirs off the top. I think this actually puts us to dead, no matter what. Because we have to chump with Crane here to stay alive, and that means we die next turn, even if we draw land. And there's not anything we can do about it. Because, well, alright, never mind. That's not entirely true. If we draw land, we could still be okay, because we can bounce everything. It's still super sketchy, but we are not technically dead if we draw land. And we don't. Alright, well, yeah, I mean, risky keep, and it did not pay off. I feel like we are super favored in this matchup, though, so we're going to run it back. I think we're just super set up to crush this deck. Alright, we're on the play here for game 3, and okay, we can keep this. We got no payoffs, but we have some card draw. We have some artifacts to get things started. Hopefully we draw into what we're hoping for. Play an island, and implement of improvement, pass the turn. Opponent plays a forest, and renegade maps. Come on, card draw. Well, we'll just prophetic prism. Draw a card. More islands. So paradoxical outcome is the nuts. Drawing into any card draw is pretty good. And we can cycle implement of improvement at some point if we want to. There's an Nam Renegade for our opponent. Well, that's prophetic prism. Draws a card. Play the island. Play renegade map. We got the artifacts, we just need something to do with them. Opponent plays a plains. Gets a plains. Renegade Rallier. Oh, the value. Opponent gets in, 4-2. Down to 18. Another renegade map. Well, prophetic prism, draw a card. Play an island. Oh my goodness. Glitness Crane. Go digging. Well, we'll take the reservoir. Well, I mean, the good news is we put 3 non-card draw spells to the bottom off that Glitness Crane, which is actually a lot more important than getting a reservoir. I mean, getting the reservoir is good, but what we really need is card draw, so I think it's even more encouraging that we managed to move a bunch of non-card draws to the bottom. Always watching. All right. Opponent's getting even more aggressive. Getting in there. Unbridled growth. Come on, deck. Come on. Be good to us. Give us some love. Opponent gets in. Yep, we take 7. Come on. Card draw. Off the top. Reverse engineer. That counts as card draw, right? Okay. So reverse engineer. What do we want to tap? Reverse engineer. Tap, tap, and tap. Draw some cards. Play an island. Well, well, we got to play something. Play Ornithopter. Reverse engineer again. Draw some more cards. There's a paradoxical outcome. Play Renegade map. And pass the turn. Oh, man, we are super close. Super close. See if our opponent has discard. Plays a land. 4 cards in hand. Oh, we're so close. We're so close. Winding Constrictor. Okay. And then what? Rishkar? That doesn't kill us, which is the most important thing. Cracks Unbridled Growth. Rallier. Gets back Unbridled Growth. Yup. Yep. Opponent gets in for 7. Well, we're going to take it. Down to 4. What do we draw? Prophetic Prism. The big question is, what do we do? How can we die here? Well, we're actually die to a lot of things. We play Reservoir, we don't gain very much life, and we get stuck chump blocking. We can Reservoir gain, what, 2? So the problem is we lose to discard. Well, I guess we don't just lose to discard, but we mostly lose to discard. Alright, so play Renegade Map, play Ornithopter, pass the turn. So our hope here is to block and bounce, and then try to win next turn. If our opponent has discard, we're in dire straits, but we're not just dead because we can block. Alright, Winding Constrictor is not discard, also uses our opponent's only black mana. Always watching. Okay, we live. We live at 1 because we can sack Implement of Improvement. Jeez. Alright, opponent goes to combat. Oh my goodness, we're gonna live at 1 and then we gotta win next turn. Whew. Okay, so first off, we do this. Add white. No, that's wrong. First we just block. Block, block, block. Alright, after blocks, we add white, sack Implement, go up to 6. So we're not, Paradoxical Outcome. So we're not dead. Then we Paradoxical Outcome everything back to our hand. Draw a ton of cards. Go to 2. And see if we can, what we drew. We did draw Engulf the Shore. We did draw Statuary. How many 0 mana things do we have? Well, play an Island. 1, 2, 3. Play Inspiring Statuary. Play Ornithopter. Play Ornithopter. Play Ornithopter. Play Bonesaw. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana we have. 1, 2. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so play Prophetic Prism. Draw a card. Another Statuary. Alright. Now we just have to pass and do a bunch of discarding. Discard, discard, discard. Discard, 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 discard. Oh man, we're discarding so much. Discard, discard. Opponent has a Gideon of the Trials. Okay. Emblems Gideon. Lay bare the heart. Alright, so this is where we got to do it. So Engulf the Shore. 1, 2, 3, 4. The question is, do we... I think we Paradoxical Outcome in response. So Paradoxical Outcome bounces everything. Engulf the Shore bounces all our opponent's stuff. Opponent gets to take something of ours. But then we should have it. They can take our Reservoir. That might be their best bet. I don't know if we can actually win. What did they take? Take Baral's Expertise. That makes sense. There's Nam Nam. So I don't know if we can win this turn. Because we actually have to get over 100 from 2. And that's a lot of spells. We might be able to. Well, start with Aetherflux Reservoir. Play all of our 0 mana stuff. Ornithopter, Ornithopter. Actually, we might, because we have Paradoxical Outcome. Ornithopter, Bonesaw. Play a land. Play Renegade Map. Play Renegade Map. And then we Paradoxical Outcome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Improvise. Pick up all of our stuff. Draw a bunch more cards. Replay our 0 mana stuff. 46. 56. 67. 79. Oh, we're going to do it! We're going to gain over 100. Then we just Engulf the Shore. Same way. To pick up all of our Ornithopters. 106. Then we 50 our opponent, redirect to Gideon, 50 our opponent. Wow! Whoa, combo! We got all the way in one turn. Oh my goodness. Mono Blue Ultra Budget Reservoir. So sweet. Thanks for watching the video. If you haven't already, take a minute and click that subscribe button. It's a great way to support the channel for free, and you'll find the next video in the playlist right here.